Hi, and welcome to Integrative Wisdom. Integrative Wisdom. And as you can see, I'm in a little bit different space today. So I wanted to show you. I brought some special breathe, stop, relax. It's still going. I don't know if you can hear it. Some incense. Bringing in all the senses. Let our little light shine. And finally, free from the garden at the center of creative transformation and Little Idaho. Okay, good morning. Today is Tuesday. It is an Integrative Wisdom Day. And I wanted today to talk a little bit about how I got to this place. I've shared a few things at various places in different times in the videos that I've done. But today I wanted to get a little bit more personal, I think is what I was thinking about. But before I go there, I just, again, wanted to show you that you don't need a retreat center to retreat. You just need a willingness to designate a spot for those minutes that you are wanting to be quiet and reflective and get in touch with a deeper part of yourself. Hence the porch. So yeah, we're going to probably have some cars going by, and there might even be people walking by going, what is she doing now? Yeah. So anyway, when when I finally went to school, I was older. I was already in my 30s, almost mid 30s, started in junior college. Went all the way 11 straight years to get, I got an AA in liberal arts. I got a BA in psychology. And then I realized, because I thought I wanted to do therapy, that I wanted to work with people from a deep place. So then I went into social work because I realized that not everything that happens to us is because of us. It's also because of the place in which we were born, the times in which we were born, the family into which we were born, and on and on and on. And so that's how I got into social work and the idea of how everything is interconnected. But lo and behold, before I ever actually got to graduation, I found that I didn't want to go into institutional work because institutional work has a lot of rules and regulations. And I was realizing that I was moving on a different path and that I was not only going to be addressing the psychological components, but I was going to be going to a deeper place in the work that I was going to be doing. Unfortunately, back 20 some years ago, the things that are now pretty tangible were not. And so I determined that I needed to walk away from the field of therapeutic intervention. I really didn't believe that people were broken, that most of us were more like one of my mentors had said, the worried well, that the only problem is that if you would go for and to seek professional support, they would have to diagnose you. They would have to give you a diagnosis in order to get the insurance to pay for you to go. And although my counselor said, go get your license, then when you're licensed, you can do whatever you want, which was probably true. But at the time, it felt incongruent. It felt and authentic, and it didn't feel like it was coming from a place of integrity for me. And so that's when I decided that I would walk away from becoming a therapist. So when you see the bios for me, you'll see, well, I trained in that field. Along the same lines, several years later, I ended up doing some business coach work with a great guy, Mike J, and learned so much from him. Um, but by then, that that title of life coach had a negative connotation to it. You know, it's like, okay, you can't even do life, right? So I was like, okay, I don't want to use that either. Um, and the other thing that happened was, as I was getting in touch with the gifts that I had to share with people, I realized that it was soul work. It was a um, much more profound or complete picture that I was looking for in the work that I was called to do. Um, but unfortunately, I wasn't strong enough at the time. And I read this article and it said, oh, yeah, everybody's using the word soul. You got soul this, you got soul that. It's in every book, it's going to sell. And that was, again, that was like 15, almost 20 years ago, something like that. And so I, I, I was I was stupid. I said, oh, wait, if it's not real, I can't. Again, a 4 on the Enneagram, which back then I didn't quite know as well as I know myself now. And so here I am, this many years later, I'm back. And the work that I do is integrative work, um, but the work that I do is soul work. And the work that I do is to bring you to that place of awareness and to learn to listen from that place. Um, this wasn't something that I thought up. And in fact, as you could hear from my little bit of my story, I was like, I don't think so. But it truly was a calling. And that is truly what got us out here to Escondido. None of this was safe. None of this was secure. None of this was an easy road. Most of you who are very close to me know that it took us over a year to close escrow. It looked like it was going to fall through. We had already sold our house and we were renting, and we had no idea when things were going to switch. But we had one thing, and that was a deep knowing that this was going to be this was what we needed to fight for. So there are those who say if it's meant to be, it will be. And maybe that's true, but it doesn't mean that you don't have to do the work to make it be. Just so you know, don't just walk away because things aren't easy. Right? Don't just walk away. So I will be continuing to give video information through this Facebook platform, through the YouTube channel. What I am hoping is that I can get the word out that not only is this information important, but so is personal work. So is personal work. And so as you're out there seeking someone to assist or guide or teach you, be sure that your personality is in the mix and that you are not just getting advice from someone that is the right thing to do or the prudent thing to do, but that someone is working with you from a soul level to find out if there is a nagging, a calling, what did I say? I'm looking down at my clipboard. Clipboards are great. I've told you that before. Um, Something that's your work to do, and you keep getting the nudges and you keep getting the hints, but it's not safe, it's not secure, and you're not sure what you should be doing or could be doing, or um, if anything, if anything. So, integrative wisdom, um, I'm your soul catalyst. I am that individual that can assist and guide and support and encourage and inspire. Um, it's, how do I say this? There are so many tools out there today, like I said, back when I graduated 20 years ago, that were not mainstream. You know, I was kind of kicked out of my church because I was a woo woo woman. But now we don't even use the term new age anymore. We're kind of like done with that. All of that was going on when I was getting started, all of that. And now it has been ushered in more and more. It's still not quite there yet, um, which is why integrative wisdom is a great tool for you to use, um, because I've walked the path, uh, done the work, I've got the degrees. I mean, it's kind of like, okay, you know, what else do I want to say about that? Okay, here I go. What I've found is that so many of us are afraid. We're afraid to do the work. We're afraid to show up. We're afraid of what we're going to be asked to do. We're afraid to do the work ourselves. And so we will look to the stars. We will look to our religion. We will look to um, even, intuitive card readings, which I'm a fan of, all of the above. They just don't let you off the hook. And that's what I see a lot of people who will do these things, but they don't know what to do with the information because they don't have that full, complete guide, for lack of a better word. So, integrative wisdom, I'm going to be bringing back a workshop that I had started way back in 2000. If it was 2002 to 2005, somewhere in there, healing in the 21st century. And it was designed to help people understand the idea of being an energetic being, of being connected, body, mind, spirit, soul, one impacting the other. You can't ignore any of those and be 100% well or whole. And so stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm going to be digging that out. It's going to be another project. It's going to be another project. So there you go. Again, have a beautiful day, a beautiful night, and tomorrow's hump day, which is a Soul Catalyst card deck day. All right, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this view. I don't know if I would make you dizzy if I did this. Let's see. Oops. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if you could see, but that's the garden of quiet and peace. Whoa. Maybe one day you'll get to come out here and do a retreat. If coronavirus ever decides to simmer down and another crazy virus doesn't show up on its heels. Anyway, here's to you. All right, bye-bye.